Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely Stream Deck. For more information about the Stream Deck, the link is in the description below.
Hello everybody, welcome along to AOR Apex Online Racing. Today we're Spa-Francorchamps for the Belgian Grand Prix, round 13 of the Season 5 calendar for Oceania. And this track is absolutely incredible for league racing. It's got everything you need to stay hooked into the races, including high-speed corners such as Pouon, Blanchimont, and of course Eau Rouge or Radion, or whatever one you want to call it. It's held sorry, give me a second. It's held amazing races in the past, such as one of the most iconic rivalries clashing Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg coming together in 2014 at Les Combes, and massive Turn 1 incidents, for example, in 2018 where Fernando Alonso literally got launched by Nico Hülkenberg, and the near disastrous incident of Sergio Perez and Esteban Ocon heading up Radiant in 2017. Let's have a look at the track. Spa is 7 kilometers long, which makes it the longest track on the whole Formula 1 calendar, with 20 turns, 11 to the right with 9 to the left. 2 DRS zones for overtaking as well, one on the start-finish straight and another after Eau Rouge heading towards Les Combes. 3 compound of tyres available as always, the soft, mediums and hards, where tyre wear is not too bad around here, but it's still quite important, but we'll get into that when the race begins. My name's AOR Charlie, and I'll be bringing you the live coverage of the AOR High Energy Belgian Grand Prix for Oceania, and you guys are in for an absolute treat as Spa. It's definitely one of the greatest tracks to spectate races, and the drivers will have to keep their concentration throughout the whole race here, as any little mistake can cause major problems. Joining me in the comment box is Jess Games 95, because Fens can't make it today, so welcome back, Jess.
Hello Charlie, I'm looking forward to Spa. It's one of my favourite tracks on the calendar as well, as we expect to see quite a lot of action, especially towards our region Radion. Probably we'll see the most instance actually. It's been the Belgian Grand Prix, it's only home in Spa since 1985, so it's been on the calendar for quite a long time, and making it the longest laps on the calendar, that will mean that they will need to get their laps in pretty quickly if they want to set a good lap time today.
Yeah, so this track is just amazing. We'll get into that in a minute. Let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship. So New Zealand Ryan is still leading the way on 291 points. He's already nearly at 300 points, so probably by the end of this race he will be. Alan Hugo's in second for Haas with 136 points. Warden is in third, and today he's actually racing again, so he could actually bring some points home for McLaren. And fourth is Poms to the win after a good result last time in Hungary. That laggy person in fifth. Is that Matt in sixth, Master Berserk seventh, Top Banter eighth, I'm Deathbird ninth, and Derek Kitt in 10th for Renault. In 11th is VSR Roscoe, who cannot make it for today's race, with the Butler in 12th after an unfortunate result last week, but it was doing quite well until a few incidents happened, with Bazooka, his teammate, in 13th. Common Street 14th, Ikai was 15th, and Icarus in 16th with 0 points. Looking at the Constructors run with 360 points to their name, ahead of Hassan Toros, so actually joint points now in second and third, so that's going to be quite a close rivalry. We'll be seeing in quite a few races to come. Mercedes bang on 100 points ahead of McLaren on 98. Renault is again joint points with Racing Point on 94 points. Alfa Romeo in 8th, Red Bull in 9th, and Williams in 10th. So with all that out of the way, let's get down to the main race action. And unfortunately, I do not have any game noise once again, so I'm going to have to leave and join back. But Jess, I didn't actually see how long was left, but do you want to take us through The lobby's still loaded. Okay, so we're even more screwed here today. So we'll have to do a little bit of a podcast, not even a radio, because none of us are in this session. But Jess, Belgium, Spa, it's just amazing, isn't it? There's so many high-speed corners, and yeah, just loads of action for to see.
Yes, definitely, and in particularly the pit stops as well. We've seen in the past few seasons where I do remember, I wasn't sure if it was last season or the season before. I remember Fens made a very powerful overcut where he just got past his rivals, but then obviously his rivals got him back again. But I think, to be honest, the overcut and the undercut is pretty much even Stevens. To be honest, it depends on how much your in-lap goes, but it's just amazing. Softs and mediums will probably be the tyres most used today, due to the fact the hards are not the best, but they can last a distance if you end up ending your race at one of the most likeliness of corners.
Yep. So are you looking at the race now, Jess, or are you still loading?
I'm
still loading.
I might have to reload.
Okay, yeah, you probably have to beat that. But
yeah,
I'm back in the session now, so I can give you a little bit of a radio while we're going. So at the moment, there's 14 minutes and 30 seconds left. No one's actually set a lap time yet, because obviously it's a very long track. We're looking at about 1 minute 42 lap times, I'd reckon, for pole position. There's 15 drivers on the grid today. Nams is back racing. Ryan, obviously, he's about to actually start a lap time. Warden, he's on a lap at the moment. He's coming through Eau Rouge, and he's heading towards Les Combes. So we've actually had a little bit of a incident there. That is Top Banter, who's gone deep into bus stop, so he won't be able to carry on with that lap time. So as if most of the drivers are on the track at the moment, but I'll keep you updated when the time starts to drop. And every driver is on the soft compound tyres, apart from Ikawas, who's on the hards, so he's thinking to do something a little bit different. Our first time on the board from Nams, a 43.3, so that's a good lap time from him. But yeah, I expect that we'll see a few drivers go into the 142s later on. Give me a sec, I'll invite you, Jess. There you go. I think that's an invite, yeah. There's Laggy Person in second, Icarus in third in the moment. Butler's just gone onto the leaderboard as well. Probably not with a representative lap time there with the 153.8. Just heading towards the 13-minute marker now. And Ikai was still the only driver on the hards, but he's actually gone into the pit lane now, so he's probably thinking to go on a different set of tyres. Nams is that Matt, Laggy Person, Icarus, but those are the only 5 drivers that are on the track at the so he's set a lap time at the moment, but Master Berserk, he's set a lap time as invalidated, so again he's not he's gonna have to set another lap time to make sure that he's on the leaderboard. And Jesse, are you in the lobby now? Can you see everything?
Yep, I can see everything, and the viewers will be about to see everything now.
Good stuff. So welcome back. Oh, welcome to you didn't actually see it, but welcome to Spa. You can see New Zealand Ryan is on provisional pole with a 43.12 tenths clear of Nams. Is that Matt is 6 tenths behind Nams too. So those two are looking quite competitive at the moment. And yeah, so let's have a look on board of a driver here. So let's have a look at. It doesn't look like anyone's actually on a lap at the moment. Maybe Laggy Person could be. So he comes to Blanchemont, heading towards the bus stop of turn 19 and turn 20. He's using quite a lot of ERS, and he's not going to go in the pit lane. Yes, so I'm expecting. I don't think there is anyone actually on a lap. Yeah, there's no one actually on a lap at the moment. So, strategy, Jess. This is going to be quite interesting. I've heard a few drivers thinking about softs to mediums. So, tyre wear isn't going to be too bad. Maybe mediums to softs, some drivers could try. But the hards might not actually be a tyre here. So, it's quite interesting because it's quite different to a lot of tracks that we've been to. That the softs aren't really used that much. But today they're going to be used, I think.
Yes, and I could definitely agree, and Italy next week is going to be another track where we're going to see the softs and mediums being used quite a lot more than the hards, and mainly because the tyre deg around here is not as high, even though you might expect it, obviously due to the laps being quite long, but that means they got a bit more depth to it, and they could push their softs to the limit. Now the softs, they could last to about, I think, a lap 9, lap 10, 11, and then mediums can last about lap 13, 14. So not very long. Well, it's quite long for both of these tyres actually, so they can make either the strategy work. But I have seen in a few races, other league races, not to mention any, that I did see people do mediums to softs, and they made it work quite well because they were on fresher tyres at the end. But it also depends on the weather as well, how the weather is going to affect it. But I do see a few people on the medium, so I doubt we're going to see any wet start. So, which usually shakes things out quite a lot, but at the moment, unless we hear anything, it is going to be a dry race. Almost certainly.
Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, we haven't had rain in so long. I think, apparently the last time it was raining was Monaco, and we did actually stream that, so for the viewers, it would have been probably last season that we saw some rain, so...
No, there was some rain this season. I can't remember what it was. It was China. Oh, no, It wasn't China. I can't remember.
That was last season, I think.
Oh, right. I'm sure we had some rain.
Not too... Yeah. Oh well.
Don't quote on us. Don't quote on us.
It's safe to say that rain is quite rare in AOR at the moment. So the way that things are going, it's probably going to be a dry race, but we'll keep you informed on that. There's 9 minutes 20 left to go in the session. Is there anyone we can go on board with to take you on board a lap around Spa? I think Berserk is actually about to start a lap here. Just as he comes through the... Oh, okay, no, into the pit and he goes, so he's not going to start a lap. Yeah, Poms, there we go, so he's coming through Upper Rouge and heading towards Lake Com, going nearly up to 215-ish miles an hour, just reaching 210, 211 before braking hard going into turn 7 and into turn 8 of Lake Com. Fast left, right corners into the next right, and might have been a little corner cut, but maybe might have got away with that. Heading into bosses of turn 10, a long right-hander, taking it in second gear for the turning in. Quite early on the traction as much as you can, going into no name of turn 11 and hitting the curb on the right-hand side. Try not to run too wide out there, otherwise that can cause quite a few problems with validating your lap time. Going into Poo on a really fast left-hand corner here. Shifts it down into 6th. A few drivers take it in 7th to actually take it as quickly as they can, but 6th is actually going to be quite safe because that curb on the left-hand side of the pool is really, really hard to negotiate as he comes to turn 14 into turn 15 now. Takes it in 3rd gear for the turning once again. Hits the curb on the left before going flat out into turn 16 as Stavelo before heading towards Blanchimont of turn 17, again reaching up to nearly 210-ish miles an hour, going into Blanchimont now, turn 17 into turn 18, clipping the curb on the right, just about 8 minutes left to go in the session for Poms. He is actually last at the moment, he hasn't set a lap time, so this is going to be his first lap time of the session, going into bust up turn 19 and turn 20, opening up the DRS and flying towards the line. Can he set a good lap time here? And he does so, P3 with a 43.9, and he is only just ahead of is that Matt and 6/10 behind Nams at the moment. So good lap from Poms, yes, and looks like he's actually continuing his streak from from Hungary, because he did a good job in Hungary too.
I'm starting to see him back on form, which is great to see for Poms for the win. He's starting to get good results. He's getting involved in some good battles, to be honest. And he was one of our drivers of the day last week because he put on some great performances. So I expect us to see him do the same. He had more of a chance to overtake it in Spa than in Hungary, because Hungary only have a few chances to overtake. But he proved us wrong where you can't overtake in Hungary, and he showed that he could. So I expect him to do the same here. I think he's going to be one of those dark horses. But hopefully I haven't jinxed him today, Charlie. But as I'm Death Bro just improved to a 143.3, so he's third at the moment in the Mercs. I could expect to see someone go into the 142s, and out of nowhere, I just seen his Nams is on par at the moment, 143.0.
Oh, what? I didn't even see that happen. Deathbow's in 3rd as well, Top Banter's in 4th, so yeah, quite a few drivers improving as well. Look at those gaps at the top there. It's 3/10 separating Top Banter and Nams, and 3/10 might sound quite a bit, but around Spa, that's actually quite impressive. I mean, anyone within like a 10th of each other is really, really close, because you can see Poms and is that Matt in... Oh, okay, Alan Hugo's just smashed out of the park. Sorry, LSEM Alan is now first with a 42.8, so first driver into the 42s. And now, Jess, this could actually be quite interesting, because there's a lot of the top guys really close, and Yeah, I mean, we're 5 minutes in, and they're all on the softs. They're all out on track as well, so this could be quite close. There's actually Ryan's on a lap time as well, coming through bus stop, coming across the line. He improves to a 42.8 as well, but it's not enough.
So close
to
though.
beat Alan's time.
16,000 of a second separates between Alan and New Zealand Ryan. So
yeah, that's ridiculous. Look at that.
Wow. Could we see a shootout between Ryan and Alan, maybe? Alan Hugo, maybe? Possibly Nams as well, may go in the mix. But at the moment, it's between Ryan and Alan. Unless any of the other guys who are possibly in the top 5, I think, can do it. Because they're the ones that are closest. And if they find a few temps, they can try and beat Alan's time.
I mean, even closer is 4th and 5th between the two teammates of Depot and Top Banter. That's 5,000 separating those two. I mean, right, any track that's amazing, but Spa, really? Come on, that longest track on the whole calendar. They do that, and that's an incident there. That's Icarus round at, I think that's Puon. Is that Puon? I think it is.
It is hard to tell.
Caught the curb on, he caught the curb on the left-hand side.
Yeah, it is
completely
Puon.
Spun it.
It is Puon.
So, yeah, he's going to have to wait until some of the drivers go through. Master Berserk is now second. Hello, McLaren.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Master Berserk with it. He's even closer to Alan, and even he's 6,000. This is getting a bit ridiculous here, Jess.
Yeah. We don't call this our favourite tracks for nothing. Oceania always bring us in great races every season, and this season I think it's going to prove to be no exception. So watch out, guys. Watch out. I expect the PS4 guys will be experiencing the exact same things right now, because they're live as well.
Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous. We got 3 drivers, the top 3, both. I mean, all of them are with a 42.8, and they're actually like within a tenth. And obviously they're within a tenth, but they're like within a few thousandths of each other there. So Berserk is, I can't see, that's 10,000 behind Alan, and then there is Ryan, who's 6,000 behind Burke, and then you got Nams, who's just 2/10 behind, and then you got just further down you got Death Row and Top Banter 5,000. You even got Poms. Yeah, Poms and Matt still very close with each other there. Is there anyone else who's quite ridiculous?
No.
Not quite, but probably we'll see a few drivers getting quite close. We got a yellow flag in sector 2.
Kaiwas.
Oh, and that is Kaiwas. Yeah, around at Puon. Puon? Yeah, that is Puon again. So
I'm quite shocked.
Drivers losing it at Puon. Yeah. I mean, it's quite a hard corner to drive around. I tried to do a little bit of practice around here. I mean, I didn't even need practice, but I tried to drive around here, and I did crash here actually. I put one just touching that curb on the left. You can ride it, but if you just ride it like the wrong way, then it's just gonna slide, and then you're just gonna lose it. So it's quite difficult, but if you do nail it, it's actually gonna gain you plenty of time. So bankers would be very important, and you can just completely go for it on your flying lap to try and get yourself up a few positions. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in qualifying, and we're seeing a few drivers coming out on track now, because obviously you have to get a little bit earlier around Spa, because it's the longest track of the Formula 1 calendar. Kaiwas. But both of the medium compound tyres here, so these guys are looking to do something a bit different. As Butler, I think, is actually on a lap time. He's coming through Blanchemont turn 17-18 into turn 19-20 for the bus stop chicane. Takes it in second gear. And short shifts up to third for the traction, losing back in a little bit before coming across the line, and he puts himself P11 with a 144.7 on the medium. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to go again, so regardless, he's going to start on whatever tyre he wants to start on for the Grand Prix. 1 minute 30 left to go in the session. And who do you reckon is going to get pole here, Jess? Because it looks to be quite close at the moment.
I know it's going to be boring if I say this, but I have a feeling Ryan has just got a little fibre in his bean that he hasn't used yet. He doesn't want to use all of it at the start of qualifying, because his rivals will know what to improve on. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be Ryan again, like he always does. 'Cause I remember, actually, I'm not sure if he was hungry, but I know that it was a few races this season where he did get pole at the very last minute. So it'll be Ryan versus Hugo, I think. Alan, sorry.
Okay, so that's your prediction. I'll go for well, Berserk's actually in the pit lane, so he actually can't go out on track for some reason. So he's gonna not improve on anything there. But I'll probably go for Ryan as well, because obviously past results have proved that he's actually he's quite quick. So we'll see how things happen there. Icarus retirement from the session, and drivers are crossing the line to start their lap time. So there goes Narms, he's across the line. Alan, LSCM Alan is across the line now as well. New Zealand Ryan is just behind, heading to Blanchimont to start his lap time too. So let's go on board with Narms at the moment. He's heading towards Radion, going up Eau Rouge. Completely flat out in the Toro Rosso before opening up the DRS and heading towards Lake Com. We've got Alan Hugo as well. Alan, sorry, it's going to take a lot of time for me to get used to that, but he's coming through Eau Rouge too. Ryan's just crossed the line to start his lap time. Nams is coming into Lake Com, takes it in fourth gear for the turning in. The checker flag has dropped here in Spa. Master Berserk, he can't improve, so he's going to settle for second at this moment in time. Bazooka, come on straight, LSE, and the Butler also crossing the line, so they can't improve on their lap times, as we've got Nams heading towards No Name, as he's got a driver on his left. That's Top Banter, so Top Banter can't improve on his lap time either. Heading towards Puan for the Toro Rosso. Driver takes it in sixth gear for the turning in, and seventh. Warden 99 as well, he's going into Laycom. He's just behind Ryan as well, so I think Warden's going to be the last driver to cross the line. He hasn't actually set a competitive lap time either, so it's going to be quite interesting to see where he can get onto the leaderboard, because we've seen him quite quick in the past. Now he's running a little bit wide there going into turn 15 and into Stabler of turn 16, but he's looking to be doing quite well at the moment. In fourth gear for the fastest speed in a straight line before heading into turn 17-18 Blanchimont. As any other drivers crossing the line, Pomps to the win, he's crossed the line, so he's going to settle for P7. I'm Deathbro as well, P5, and Nam's coming into the bus stop. Chicane opening up the DRS and heading towards the line. Can he improve on his 43.0 to get himself up the order? He can't. It's only going to be P4 for him. So where is everyone else going to be? LCM, the Butler, he takes provisional pole at the moment with a 42.5, so he's actually improved his lap time by a long way. So Alan Hugo, yeah, he's improved his lap time by a long way there, so that's going to be the benchmark for some of these drivers. Top Banter, he's going to cross the line now as he loses the back end across the line, and yeah, he's not going to be able to improve on that. New Zealand Ryan, can he snatch pole position off Alan?
No!
He only just about takes it off Master Berserk. Warden 99, can he improve? It's only P9 for him. What about is that Matt? As he comes across the line, and he's going to slowly cross the line there, so he can't improve. So Alan, he takes pole position, and he proves both me and Jess wrong, I guess. So Ryan is going to be second. Birkin third, though. So Master Berserk's done a really good job there. He actually couldn't get out on track. He was going onto the mediums for some reason, but I think he either didn't check the time, or he just didn't get out on track at the right time. But there we go. Alan, he takes pole position with a 42.5, with Ryan in second, a 10th and a half behind Alan there. Master Berserk in third, Nams in fourth, I'm Deathbro fifth, Top Banter sixth, that lucky person seventh, Pomps to win eighth, Warden ninth, is that Matt in 10th. So all those guys will have to start on the softs. Bazooka 11th, Common Straight 12th, Butler 13th, Icons 14th, and Icarus in 15th. So those guys will be able to start whatever time they want to. But before we go to the main race action, here's a quick little video from our sponsor, Hype Energy. Welcome to the grid for the Belgian Grand Prix round 13, the season 5 calendar for Oceania, and this is definitely going to be an interesting race. We've got Alan Hugo, Alan, LSEM Alan. Oh, it's going to take so long because I've commentated over Alan for so long, and I always call him Alan Hugo. But Alan is on pole position ahead of New Zealand Ryan, Jess. So I think today's going to be quite an interesting race. You think?
Yes, and last season was Ryan's first season race back in Belgium, and he didn't win that race. It was Fens who won that race. So it's a track where he hasn't run quite a lot recently. So to be honest, in a way, there is a little bit of surprise that it's not out due to the fact that Ryan's not starting on pole, but he's going to get the better run into turn 1. Belgium and Italy especially, starting on pole may not be the best idea. So I think Ryan's starting P2. He's going to have a better slipstream and the run into turn 1 like we've seen in real life. So this could work out wonders for New Zealand Ryan. But we'll see. Alan may prove us wrong again.
Yeah, oh, look at that. A little bit of a formation there for the second, third, and fourth. That's Ryan, Burke, and Wharton.
Wow.
Just going I love that.
Me
I love
too.
when drivers do that. It's quite cool. But yeah, Warden's for some reason all the way up there. I think he's going to have to drop out in a second. But yeah, 22 laps we're going to see here around Spa. And I think, personally, this is the most exciting lap 1 track because you got that run into turn 1 and then you've got that long run up Eau Rouge through Radium heading towards Les Combes, slipstream everywhere, and the DRS will be enabled for lap 3 and onwards. So maybe it could be that Wright actually wanted to be second so he can be behind Alan with the slipstream heading towards Les Combes. Who knows? But I think it was still a very well-deserved pole position there from Alan. Looking at the tyre compounds, we got Bazooka, the Butler, Icar wasn't Icarus, and we actually got Icar wasn't Icarus on the grid at the moment.
They probably got disqualified from the formation lap.
Yeah. So they're going to be starting on quite cold tyres as well on the mediums. So those guys are going to try and run a little bit longer. We've got Conrad straight in the middle of these medium runners there. So he's going to have to try and get past 11th of Bazooka before joining back with a soft running pack. I'd say lap 9 maybe, Jess. Lap 8 for the soft running guys to pit. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I could expect. But again, we're not... I haven't raced in Spa in ages, so I can't remember what I did. I think I did mediums to softs. I think actually no.
Oh dear.
I can't remember what I did. But anyway.
Yeah. So there's another crash there. Bazooka hitting. I think it was. Is that Matt? Yeah, it was. As they all line up to the grid. But we're gonna get this Belgian Grand Prix underway. Alan on pole position ahead of Ryan's, which is a bit of a change there. Master Berserker in third. Good qualifying from him, with Narms in fourth. As the green flags are waving, and we're going to get this Belgian Grand Prix underway, round 13 of the Season 5 calendar for Oceania, and we're going to get 22 laps of Spa underway. Drivers looking to the 5 red lights. And away we go here at Spa. Alan gets a pretty good start, looks like, alongside New Zealand right heading towards turn 1. He's going to defend the inside line so no one can get past there. Master Berserk on the inside line as well, but Nams is going to try and go around the outside as there's quite a bit of contact at the back there. There goes a racing point, and Todd Banter just losing a bit of time there, but we all head up Eau Rouge and through Radion we go. Look at New Zealand right, he's all over the back of Alan already. Side by side they go, and Nams can even try and take advantage of this as well. They're going 3 wide, maybe even 4 wide with nearly as we go into Come right down the inside, and he's going to take first for now as Alan actually gets past Nams just about as he does so. Nams in third now. Master Berserk dropping down to fourth as there's an incident at the back. I think that Matt. Yeah, he's lost it at Les Combes, and everyone else is gonna follow suit. There's a little bit of damage there, it looks like, for the Butler in 8th. He got a great start, but somewhere across the lap through sector 1 he's lost a bit of front wing on the left hand side. So end of lap, not really end of lap 1, but coming through Pill on there, that laggy person losing the back end a bit. Warden passed Pom's the win as well, so Warden going up the order. He's got the Butler next, and Butler's got a little bit of front wing damage, so that should be all right for him. But Alan's actually lost the back end there, so now Nams is going to take advantage of that. Alan's into third now. He just completely lost it going into turn 15, and now he can even lose it to Master Berserk as top. And look at that, on Deathblow, he's going to go side by side with these guys as they head towards Blanchimont as well. Master Berserk, he's going to take third, on Deathblow's going to take fourth at the moment, and now Alan's dropped down to fifth going into Bus Stop Berserk. Defends the inside line, so Deathblow's going to have to go around the outside, but there goes Top Banter down the inside of Alan, and so Alan's dropping positions on positions from starting with the pole position. Ryan through the line now to start lap 2, the fast lap of the Grand Prix, and I think these guys are going to calm down a little bit for now. No, they're not even going to calm down, because Warden's going to go around the outside of the Butler going into turn 1. I remember Butler hasn't, I don't think he's got a good front wing on his left hand side. He's on the mediums too as they head up Eau Rouge, and looks like Poms is going to try go side by side with Warden as Warden leaves the back end, and now Poms hits the back, and Poms somehow saves it.
What a save! What a save from Poms
But
for
I
the
need to
win.
calm down. Oh no, Icarus is off at Eau Rouge as well. Look at that. He's he's off at Eau Rouge, and Comrade Straight is losing positions on Warden 2, so that's the yellow flag in Sector 1. But wow, Jess, look at that.
So much has happened in the space of a lap, and we're not even halfway yet. So if that's a taste of what's to come, we are going to be in for a tasty ride, I must say. Warden making up for some good ground as well, and Nam's having a good start as well, up into P2, and Ryan, that move into Le Combe, sensational. It was almost going to be 4 wide, but luckily it was only 3 wide, because 4 wide at the top of the hill wasn't going to go. So thank God these guys made it stick, otherwise it would have been much worse. But Ryan leads by 1.2 seconds at the moment.
Yeah, well, that's why I love lap 1 around here. You can see they nearly went 4 wide going into Lake Com, and then, yeah, it's just amazing. There's so much slipstream heading towards those corners. It's just, and when the DRS gets enabled, that's definitely going to be quite interesting to see. But actually, Nams is 1.4 seconds behind Ryan, so now Ryan's actually pulled the gap. He's out of that DRS range, and there goes another fastest lap from the Ferrari driver, 47.3. DRS enabled as we're on lap 3. Now, Deathbow's got the DRS on Master Berserk though, so these two are going to be battling it out. But can Berserk or Nams get close enough to the car ahead of them? Because with no DRS, it's going to be quite difficult. The overcut, undercut is going to be quite interesting too. So yeah, actually, has Butler got front wing damage? I can't even tell. I thought he did on his left hand side. He might not.
Might just be end plate.
Maybe I was. Might be, but anyway, he's actually in a pretty good position at the moment. I'm Deathbow and Master Berserk. And Deathbow's lost it, but it's just about kept it. And now Alan's going to try to take advantage of this little incident there, as he's going to go down the inside, going into Buster's there, and Master Berserk still side by side. Between the two as they head towards No Name, and Berserk is going to have to give up that position on the Haas driver there. So Alan up into 3rd, Berserk down into 4th, and I'm Deathbow after a little minor incident there with Burke is going to drop down into 5th.
Yeah, so that mistake from I'm Deathbrow definitely costs him, but Alan is back in contention in P3, but he's got a lot of work to do to try and catch up to the leading bunch. But I'm sure if he could save his tyres, he could do it. And looks like Alan Deathbrow's going to go at Master Berserk again. Top Banter might try and cover him off here. Teammates probably will be working together as they go past Paul Freyan and about to approach Blanchemont. Master Berserk! Top Banter's out! What the hell has gone on? He has binned it quite badly there. That was an awful shun, and that means I'm Deathrow's definitely going to be on his own down Blanchemont, but that's really not going to affect him, as he's going to take the left-hand side going into the bus shop chicane. Can he stick to that line? There's going to be really tight, and I think he makes it work. Master Berserk is not giving up though, but at the moment I'm Deathbrow gets P4 at this stage. Butler may join in this as well, but I'm Deathbrow. Didn't need his teammate there, but that was unfortunate for Top Banter to be out. The first retirement of the session.
My God, that was a huge crash. The thing is that barrier there on the left-hand side, if you touch it, it's the same in a few tracks. There's a few barriers. If you touch it, Warden! Wow, I'm not sure if you caught that there, Jess, but Warden's just done an awesome save through.
No, I didn't.
There. Yeah, but he's just about caught as Bazooka's letting a few drivers through there. Oh, what's happened there? Poms has got a bit of damage off Bazooka, I think that was. And, yeah, what was that? Yeah, he did. I think they were trying to let each other through, or they were going really slowly, but Poms has now got damage.
On his right wing. So
on his right wing, yes. So that's going to be quite sad. Quite sad. Well, it is quite sad for Poms. He's actually been doing quite well for the past few races, but he's going to have to pit at the end of this lap, maybe to the hards to the end of the Grand Prix, as we're on only lap 4 out of 22, so there's still quite a long way to go. But Berserk is going to try to catch back up to I'm Death, but after that incident there, I think would have scared quite a few drivers, because Top Banter went flying there at that corner. He literally hit that wall on the left hand side, and you can see the debris on the left. If you go on board with some of the drivers coming through, you can see Common straight there. We go, a little bit of debris on the left hand side, but there goes the Butler, and he's going to try to defend off Warden 99 now as they head towards bus stop chicane. The Red Bull driver's going to do a little bit defending here. Ryan's still improving on his fastest lap time there. So coming a little bit deep going into the bus stop chicane, but now Alan is going to set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, so he's going to be trying to catch up in the meantime there. We're heading into turn 1. Warner just stick it behind the butler for now because he knows he's going to have that slipstream. He's going to have that DRS as they head up Eau Rouge as we go into lap 5 out of 22. Berserk's he's not gonna have any DRS there, so the butler's gonna have some DRS. Warner's gonna have the DRS, so these two both gonna be quite quick in a straight line as they both open up the DRS. But the butler's gonna be under pressure by Warner, so now Warner's gonna go to the outside line, and Master Berserk, he's gonna be just stuck there. As now the butler's gonna try to go down the inside of Master Berserk, because Master Berserk goes a little bit deep, but now butler's been pushed up the track a little bit, nearly 3 wide, going into turn 9 at the end of Les Combes. But now Master Berserk is ahead of so it is still ahead, but Warden's now ahead of the butler. So team orders, team strategies, I don't even know what happened there. As Warden hits the wall, and there goes a bit of front wing on his right hand side.
Oh
so
no!
Now he's going to be he's going to be struggling through Puan. You can see the understeer that he's got compared to everyone else. The butler is going to probably take the position of Warden now because of that incident, but yeah, you can see he's going so slow going into turn 14, and he's going to be struggling for that extra grip as there goes the butler down the inside. Is he actually going to try and go down the inside into the next corner? He can't. Warden blocks that off as nearly another incident there on the left hand side of that barrier. But is Warden going to pit at the end of this lap? I'm not sure. He can probably go a little bit longer, then maybe take the medium to the end of the Grand Prix. So he just needs to hold on a little bit longer, or he has to pit and then take the hards. Or he could still go for the mediums, maybe, and see if that's going to work. But into the bus stop chicane they go. And yeah, Warden's actually going to stay out. Wow! A 5-second penalty for Butler for that. Now, it was a corner cut, but 5 seconds? That was quite ridiculous. And bear in mind, that 5-second time penalty, that's not going to be a warning. That's just a straight up 5-second penalty. So he's probably still got warnings, and then he might even get another 3-second time penalty afterwards. But yeah,
I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that.
No, that's quite ridiculous.
That I thought it was
we got
free.
a little bit of battle here, Jess, for P9, as Warner's now got a 3-second penalty.
And Commonwealth Straight is as well. Penalties are flying everywhere, but yeah, we got a battle for blah 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 blah. Battle for P9 between Izzat Matt and Bazooka. Bazooka's going to get the better run on Izzat Matt here, going on to the top of the hill, but Izzat Matt is covering off very nicely. Nice defending, and I think Bazooka has to hold off for now, and he backs off. He's on 0 ERS. He's got more ERS than his rival Izzat Matt, so I'm guessing he's waiting for the best opportunity to pounce.
Yeah, so he's still got a long time to go as Bazooka. Bear in mind, Bazooka is on the mediums, Izzat Matt is on the softs, so he's going to be the one who's he can go for it and try and get past. All the softs are probably could be starting to die a little bit here. Ryan is now 2.5 seconds ahead of Nam, so he's doing a pretty good job keeping that gap and keeping the DRS. Keeping Nams out of the DRS. Alan is 2 seconds behind Nams as well, so he's got a lot of catching up to do too. But obviously, the pit stops are going to change things up a bit, as Alan Hugo does a little bit of drifting there going through the bus stop chicane, so that could suggest a little bit of tyre wear, probably a little loss of tyre wear as well. As you can see, Alan's actually using quite a lot of ERS compared to everyone else. They're using a lot of ERS too, but he was just in the hot lap mode just a second ago. There he goes, he's in Rich once again, and Nams is in, actually they're all in Rich at the moment as they go towards Rouge. Maybe it's push time. Maybe they actually really want to start pushing now because they're going to pit very soon. Is that Matt, first driver into the pit lane, who I think is that's actually a strategy call, and he is going onto the medium compound tire. So he thinks the mediums can take it to the end from now. So it's going to be quite a big gamble because he's going to be the only driver on the track. He's going to be on the oldest medium compound tires. Apart from AQS is P13. Then Poms could maybe take it to the end of the Grand Prix, as Poms is on the back of Icarus right now, and he could be making a move on him very shortly. As Ryan is coming through Puan, Nams is coming through Puan too. So the gaps aren't actually that far apart, but they're far apart enough to say that maybe a pit stop might not be enough, but we'll see. If anyone really wants to gamble and pit like really early, then it could be a good thing to improve on their gap. But then yet again, at the end of the Grand Prix, they're going to be struggling. And like a track like Spa, grip is really what you need, because going through like Eau Rouge, Puan, Blanchimont, all of those corners, Les Combes. Grip is really, really needed around here. As I'm on board with the Butler once again, Jess. As you can see, Warden's, he's still ahead of the Butler, but he's definitely struggling to keep up with Burke. You can look at that, 3 seconds now with that front wing damage. Alan's just pitted. Look at that, he's in 7th now, and oh dear, nearly lost it off Rouge, but he's catching up to Common straight now. Oh dear. Let's go on board with Laggy person. Oh, that's quite that's actually quite an odd place. How is he? Yeah. Maybe he hit the wall on the left. Yeah, that's quite an odd place to lose it up at Rouge there.
It would have helped if I unmuted my mic.
Oh, right. Anyway.
Sorry.
How long have you been on mute for?
I don't know.
Oh dear. Hopefully it wasn't too long. But yeah, that's quite a weird incident there from Kaya. Yeah, I'm guessing that he hit the ball on the left hand side. That would probably make the most sense. But Warden, he's out in P11 on the mediums now. And Bazooka in 8th as well. He's behind Carvon Stray. He's doing quite a good job too. Alan is in 6th now. He's catching up to the Butler. As there we go. Ryan and Nams have both pitted here. I'm definitely going to follow them. Yes, he does. What about Burke? Is Burke going to follow them too? He does so. So Ryan into the pit lane, out on the medium tyres. He goes. What about Nams? Nams is going to meet his pit crew about now. There he goes. Medium compound tyres goes on, and he's going to come out. It looks like, where's Alan? Alan's going into turn 1 now.
Oh, this is going to be close. Actually, yeah, not that close.
Nams is actually just there, but if you think about it, Alan's got such a better run compared to Nams here, so he could actually make this move stick as they go, as they head towards Les Combes. Nams is going to be a lot slower compared to Alan Hugo. Alan's even got the DRS, so is he going to be able to catch up? He's going to be going and going and going. Nams, look at him, he's gaining so much time on him, but is it going to be enough to make the move into Les Combes? It is not. So Alan, he's definitely gained time on Nams. So Nams actually gained a little bit of time on Ryan as well. So this is going to be quite interesting. Alan's back in the party, and Butler's in the mix there as well. But he needs to pit as there's another yellow flag at sector 1.
That's gone. That's gone.
It's gone. Yeah. Actually, Matt's going. So I thought Matt had a problem there, but it's alright. Lap 9 out of 22, nearly halfway through this Grand Prix. But the gap now, Nams, Alan, under 5/10 of a second. So those two are definitely going to be fighting out for quite a long time. We've got Warden, who's sat in P11 at the moment. He's got he's got Isdam Matt ahead of him, who has pitted. Who else we got? Laggy person on the hards. Basically, everyone has pitted ahead of him apart from Common Stroke, who's most likely going to pit at the end of this lap. Bazooka hasn't pitted as well. The Butler hasn't pitted. But yeah, this battle for basically P2, Jess, it's going to start hotting up, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Make sure you guys watch out to see what happens, because it is going to be very key. Still quite close on track, but we may see the gap start to increase as we get towards the end of the Grand Prix. But Alan is hitting the hammer down, really. He's trying to catch up on Nams, and it is not out of the woods yet for Alan. His pit stop was pretty good, and he was able to have a very good outlap before he actually started the race properly on those medium tyres. So as long as he keeps this up, this could be a very good chance. As Nams gets past Butler, is Alan going to do the same? Yes, he is. So now it's Alan v Nams, I think, on track. As we obviously Butler moving out of the way, which is good to see. As it's going to be tight, yeah, but I don't think Alan's going to make it on this corner. But that is all this battling is allowing New Zealand Ryan to just pull away like a car bonnet. Why did I just say that on stream? Oh, God.
Well, let's ignore that. Anyway, Alan is 7/10 behind Nam, so yeah, he's still got a lot of. He's still got quite a bit of time to gain, but yeah, I think he's still got it. He just needs to stay in that DRS and he should be good enough to stay there. The Butler down in 4th as well on the medium combat tires, 9 laps in. And yeah, he's doing a pretty good job, but when he pits into the softs, he's going to be mighty quick at the end of the Grand Prix, which could be quite a good thing. He might be battling for quite a few positions in the midfield. Maybe he might just even catch up to the front. We never know. Maybe there's even a safety car, but we haven't seen that in quite a few races. We've seen a virtual safety car in Germany, I think it was. Was it Germany? I think it was.
It's been a long time ago.
Yeah,
it's hard to remember.
Car, but yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to remember.
We all miss it, but oh well. Nams and Hugo. Alan is closer now. Both of them with the fastest lap actually. Nams get the fastest lap and then Alan got the fastest lap. So they're actually catching on New Zealand Ryan, it looks like. Nams is 2.1 seconds behind Ryan. You can just about see him there as he heads towards
look at that fastest lap times. Nams 146.476, Alan 146.447. They are matching in lap times at the moment, kind of.
That's impressive. So these guys literally right on it, and there we go. Alan goes down the inside of Nams, and he's just made the move stick even before the corner. That's how much the slipstream in the DRS is for you. As Master Berserk is now out of the session. He's gone with that laggy person once again, and he's on the right-hand side. He's crashed once again.
His tyre just is floating. Sorry, but yeah. So one McLaren out of the race is now up to Warden to pick up the pieces, but he's a little too further back just to make anything of it at the moment. But we've seen Warden be the comeback king on most of these races. Not today, obviously, but Spa is not one of his favourite tracks, but he's still giving it a right old go. As Alan is now 2 seconds behind Ryan. Can he do enough to try and catch him? Bazooka and I'm Depro going at it, but obviously Bazooka still needs to pit. I'm Depro has pitted, so there goes I'm Depro up into 5th place, and Butler will pit as well. So technically, I'm Depro's in a next P4 at the moment.
Yeah, so he just needs to keep going. I think we'll see him pit maybe lap lap 13, maybe lap 14, as yeah, here he goes, he's going to stay on for another lap. So, can Nams maybe try and take the position back off Alan here as they go into, as they head towards Eau Rouge even. So, this time it's Nams' turn. He's a little bit further behind than Alan was to him last time. So, this could be a little bit of a harder job for the Toyota driver. Bear in mind, Alan isn't close enough to Ryan for the DRS. So, it's all on Nams here. Is he going to get he gets a pretty good exit DRS, but is it going to be enough? He's 5/10 behind. He's gaining. I don't think it is going to be enough as they head into Les Combes, and he's not close enough to make the move going into Les Combes. So, Alan is looking to be in a really good position, and basically, he's not. He loses the back end through the exit. So now Nams gets the position back, going into the next corner. Down the inside, he goes into Brussels, and Nams makes the move stick. Wow.
Nams definitely took a
mistake there. Just that little mistake there from Alan, and then he's lost the position. So Alan, he needs to get back up there, Jess.
He does. That mistake did cost him, and that Niles was saying, thank you very much, I'm going to have that position. Let's see if I can catch up to Ryan, or let's see if I can hold on to P2, which is what he's trying to do. But Alan, it's going to be tough to come back from this one, I think, unless Niles makes a mistake. Nams is probably potentially going to pull away, but Alan is going to get a DRS over Nams, so this could be Alan's comeback.
Yeah, it could be. So Alan needs to try and make redemptions after that little mistake, but he's quite close to Nams at the moment. 10 laps to go, we're over halfway through this Grand Prix now. DRS is going to be enabled for Alan as they head towards turn 1. So yeah, it's going to be Alan's time. He's closer to Nams than he was than Nams was to him. So, or is he? He actually doesn't get a really good exit compared to Nams, and Nams actually shuts off quite a bit here. as they head up Eau Rouge, and Laggy Pass with a 5-second penalty. We've seen a lot of 5-second penalties here today, and Narbs actually doesn't get a really good exit there. I think he had to cut the corner a little bit. He lost it a bit there. So now Alan is going to stay in the slipstream, and there he goes to the inside line. And wow! Okay. Well, that was some speed.
How did they do that without causing a collision?
I think Narbs has put it down into 0 or something, because I think he just knew that Alan would have had that position already, but my goodness me. That looked very quick from Alan, though.
He's not giving up, is he, Charlie? He's not.
No, definitely not.
He's focusing on the rest of the race. He's not letting what just happened a few laps ago phase him. His main goal is to finish the race and to finish in P2, and that's important. If you remember what's happened during your race that's bad, it's going to affect the rest of the race, because you're going to let that negative mindset not help you in a way. So concentrate on thinking positively, and that's what Alan Hugo's doing. And Alan, not Alan Hugo, and he's got a 3-second time penalty. Ouch. So
yeah.
That hasn't helped him, unless Narbs has got a penalty.
There's a few drivers who at the front who actually don't have. I don't think they have penalties anyway. So so Alan needs to pull that gap. We'll quickly check penalties later on, but we'll look at this battle once again, because Narbs is on the back of Alan as they head across the line to start lap 14. 8 laps ago in this Belgian Grand Prix, and it's been quite an eventful Grand Prix, so Narbs wants to try and get this position back. Maybe he knows that Alan's got the time penalty. He hasn't. I don't think he's checked with Jeff with that time scale, but we'll see. Alan through Eau Rouge, same with Narbs up already. And again, Narbs gets a pretty good exit on Alan, so he's got the DRS, he puts it into the 4th DRS mode, and there goes Narbs once again. So I think this is actually, I think these two can expect that they're going to overtake each other basically every lap with that DRS. It's just a matter of this moment here. They need to break apart. Narbs needs to now get as far ahead of Alan as possible, and then hope that he doesn't overtake him at Les Combes, because that's just how it goes, really, I think, between these two.
Is that Matt on Warden?
Oh yeah, Warden there, and that Laggy Person goes down inside of both of them, and Laggy Person just about misses contact with Warden there, so Warden's gonna just about survive for now, but he's got Matt ahead of him. Laggy Person on the hards as well, bear in mind, so he might have to pit later on, or he could take them to the end. We'll see, but yeah, like I was saying, Alan is gonna have to try and keep up with Narbs as they go through these next few corners, but maybe Alan wants to let Narbs through until maybe the last lap where Alan just overtakes him, because that could be quite strategic, but it could be a bit risky because he might not even get the overtake done. But we'll see how things go. There's still that battle. Warden is that Matt for P7, so those two are going to be battling it out for the rest of the Grand Prix, it looks like. Kicking up a bit of grass there from Matt as they start lap 15 after 22. As Narbs now sets the fastest lap. So you can see Narbs really wants to push. He really needs to get ahead as Butler now pits. So he's going to go onto the soft compound tires, and he's going to be quite quick for this moment in time. Narbs, you can see, he's actually 7/10 ahead of Alan there. So he's actually quite far ahead of the Haas drivers. They head up Eau Rouge. DRS is still going to be on Alan's side.
Yeah, Narbs getting the better entry there.
Close?
Narbs getting the better
entry.
entry.
He's gaining. I don't think it's going to be enough, Jess. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Going into Les Combes. Narbs is still ahead.
Yeah, he needed to. He had to pull away, and he knows that. I think the advantage he has is the fact that he's on newer tyres, and he had to believe that, and he did believe that. So, Alan, I think, or Alan might be waiting until the last few laps, so Narbs could have more pressure at the end, and Alan could have less pressure. Warden and Matt again.
Yeah.
I think Warden gets past. Is that Matt this time? And that Laggy Person's in the pits, so he's on the softs as well. We could expect Icarus to pit as well soon, as Icarus is also on the mediums, who's been on the mediums since the very start, so he'll go on the softs to the end pretty soon as well. Not sure when, but he can pit when he wants, because obviously his teammate Alan is on the soft to medium strategy, whereas Icarus is on potentially the medium to soft. So I don't think, if you were to do medium to hard, you would have pitted by now, so definitely medium to soft for Icarus.
Yeah, so this is going to be quite interesting to see how the soft runners actually last. Butler's 2 seconds behind Matt. So could he make that move stick soon? And then he's going to be close up to Warden 2. But then Warden's gap between himself and Bazooka is quite big. But bear in mind, Bazooka needs to pit as well. So these positions aren't completely sorted at the moment. Let's here we go. Alan's going to try again. He round 2 of these guys over Alan's time to overtake Narms because last time it didn't work. So up over Rouge we go. Alan, DRS on Narms, and look at that. He's already gaining massively on the Toyota driver, and there he goes. He's going to take the lead for now. So Alan, so now Narms is going to have to stick behind Alan for this moment in time.
They're going to just going to keep swapping. I think they're not challenging. I think both of them just want to be behind on the last few laps. So when it comes to challenging for the position in the end of it, then the other guy won't have time to respond if that person overtakes.
Yeah, so I think if not, I think in the next few laps, the battle in between these two going to Lacom will slightly intensify, I reckon. There might be a few moves to the inside, but for now they're letting each other basically go through because they want to stay in that slipstream, but they want to make sure that they got enough EOS, enough fuel for the fight. And Alan's actually no, I was going to say he's low on fuel. He's not. That's just his pit lane thing saying that his teammate is in the pits, which is Icarus. And
I didn't know that it pops up due to that.
Yeah, it does. Well, there we go. We learn something every day, Jess. And Deathrow going through the next 3 corners there. You still see the debris from Top Banter there. So Marshall's aren't doing a very good job clearing that one. But Narms on the back of Alan again. So you just see that launch between Alan and Narms there. Alan absolutely launched off going in, out of the bus stop chicane. So now heading into Eau Rouge.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Is Narms going to be close enough? Here we go. So Narms, and here you go. Alan even.
It's Alan, not Alan Hugo.
Alan gets Alan gets a pretty good run. And look at that. He's miles ahead of Narms actually.
Way more than Narms ahead.
The Toyota driver. Yeah.
I think Narms has given a wake-up call. I think Narms shouldn't have done what he has done. Maybe he thought he was going to get past Alan in the next few laps, but no. So, is that a mistake from Narms?
I mean, I'm not sure. Narms is still in that DRS race just about. He's 8 tenths behind Alan, but it's going to be a little bit harder because maybe now Alan's noticed that he's got the gap. Maybe it's really time for him to go for it. Butler now gets ahead of Matt. So now next up for Butler is Warden. I think that was the fastest lap from, was that Laggy Person? Yeah, Laggy Person in P11. So he's going to take the fastest lap point for now as he goes to Eau Rouge. And he's actually 7.3 seconds behind Cod Straight, so maybe he could be able to catch up. There's 5 laps to go in the Belgian Grand Prix, so it's basically a sprint race to the end of the Grand Prix now. Just a little bit of warm tyres compared to everyone else. Narms, again, 7/10 of a second, so now he's getting a little bit back on Alan as they head into the bus stop chicane. Nicholas with a 3-second time penalty, but he's 24 seconds behind Laggy Person. He's not had a great race today, unfortunately. So, Narms, is he going to be able to get past Alan once again?
Don't forget, Alan's got a penalty.
Second try that he's going to do it. Alan does have a time penalty. That is very true.
How about Narms?
Check time penalties. Brian's got 2 warnings. Alan's got 1 penalty. Narms has got a penalty actually. So
it is for position.
So yeah, so this is actually going to be for proper positions here as they go onto the Campbell Straight, and look at that.
Alan, whoa!
Narms just can't get close enough to Alan. Their gaps are just okay. Narms is getting a little bit. He's 6-ish tenths there, and that's a slight mistake again from Alan. You can see the dirt being kicked up on the left-hand side of the track. So now Narms is back 4/10 of a second, 3/10 of a second.
That's mind games. That's definitely mind games for Narms.
I think the drivers are starting to feel a little bit of pressure now. This is gonna be quite close, Jess.
Yeah, I think Narms is just saying you're not having P2 that easily, and I think Narms has caught Alan napping there. So watch out till the end of the Grand Prix. We have Fens in the chat saying that possibly Narms and Alan could catch up to Ryan. I doubt it, since right when these two guys are battling, I think that's going to allow Ryan to pull away just a little bit. But never say never, so it could happen.
I mean, Ryan hasn't got a time penalty either, so that could be that's going to be quite a big factor. But he is one warning away, so he could still get a time penalty soon. But going into bus stop, Narms, Alan once again. But this time Narms is a lot closer, Jess. So
yeah, I think Narms could do it. I think Narms could do it. I think he's got the better run into turn 1, and I think he's going to get the better run into Rouge coming up soon as well. And Alan's going to get a bit of a slipstream soon from that laggy person, or it's that laggy person. Obviously Ryan is miles ahead.
Oh, here we go.
Here goes Narms, and yeah, Narms gets past Alan Hugo quite easily there, so which is I think inevitable, I think. But it's not over yet for Alan. He's got to let that mistake, he's got to forget that mistake and concentrate on the end.
Yeah, Narms is just doing a pretty good job there. So just that little mistake there from Alan is just a little bit, it's just a little bit annoying for him there into turn 9. So, sorry, now Narms is gonna just try and take advantage of this. He needs to try and pull as much as he can. There's 3 laps remaining of the Belgian Grand Prix, and this is the closest battle that we've got on track at the moment. So the rest of the positions look to be quite satisfied. Warden is in 5th. He's got 1 penalty to his name on Deathbow. Deathbow hasn't got a time penalty. Butler's got 2, and That Matt has got none. So there's quite a few penalties, but sorry, but I don't think penalties are going to change that much, I reckon. So yeah, we're still looking at this battle between Narms and Alan, because this is 4 positions. So they both got 1 time penalty each, both 3 seconds. So this is going to be right down to the wire, I think, as Alan is going to be behind Narms this time as they head towards Eau Rouge, towards Les Combes on the Camel Straight. Into turn 1 we go. It looks like they both get pretty decent runs. I think Narms actually got the better run compared to the Haas driver. So heading towards Eau Rouge, up Radion we go. He's going to get the better run out of these two. I think Alan did actually. So Narms is a little bit slow going onto the Camel Straight. Is Alan going to be able to get in there? He's getting there. It's going to be it's actually going to be really close as we head into Les Combes. And he's going to stay behind a little bit longer, I think. I think this is pretty good from Alan now. I think he's ahead. Sorry, he's behind Narms. And if he wants to make the move, he can make the move on the last lap. But he needs to make sure that he gets the move done properly. And he needs to make sure that he gets a good run. But what would you do, Jess? Would you go for it on lap 21, or would you wait until lap 22? It's risky, but it could pay off.
I would give it to lap 21, because lap 22, there's not much room to do it, and it's kind of like a one shot. If you don't do it, then it's gone. So lap 21, you've got a few more chances to do it. So it gives you more time to just get used to it and try and put up all your defensive skills and use it. So yeah, I would try it on the next lap, I think, and defend in the final lap, and then you should be fine. But again, Alan may prove us wrong.
Yeah, so if Alan does wait this lap and then make sure that he gets the move on the last lap, I think that would be job done. But it's just that question: is he going to be able to get that good run into Eau Rouge? So we'll see what he thinks about it. It just feels like a game of chess right now. Is Alan gonna? It is. Alan's making the move here. So it depends what Alan does. If he does make the move here, then Narms is going to be in a better position on the last lap. But then if Alan doesn't make the move, then he's going to be in a better position for the last lap as well. But it's just up to him if he does make the move. So we'll see what the Haas driver thinks of it as they head towards Eau Rouge. Up Radion we go. Who gets the better run? It looks like Alan gets an okay run. He gets a better run compared to Narms. So, is Alan going to be able to do this? He's gaining on the Toro Rosso driver. Is he going to make the move?
Yes, he does!
He does make the move on the Toro Rosso driver. And he is up into P2. So that means he has to defend from Narms on the last lap. Is this going to be the right decision, Jess?
I don't know. Alan's not going to have DRS. Narms is. So Narms is going to have a better advantage compared to the final lap. But I think Alan's got to defend for his life, I think, at the moment. But I think Narms has only got one more chance, and Alan's going to be hungry for it. But that's allowing that's allowing. I think this is the only battle we're seeing on track at the moment, apart from potentially that laggy person and common on strings, and a few people saying it is like cat and mouse. It is kind of is as well, like cat and mouse. The mouse, which is Norms, and the cat, which is the mouse, which is Alan, and the cat, which is Norms. Oh, there we go. Wrong way round.
Wow.
Sorry.
Oh well. So approaching the last lap now. Laggy Person's actually got past common straight, so now Laggy Person's going to get a lovely, nice point there for Ferrari. Ryan is going to start his final lap. So now, Narms, he's on the back of Alan. Oh
no!
Well, there we go. There goes the battle. Well, unbelievable scenes.
At the last lap as well, Narms made a mistake. But we could see a battle for the end still. We could see Narms trying to get past Alan for glory, but
that's a shame, really.
That has ended his chances, though, so what a shame from Narms. But they're definitely giving us some entertainment. But Narms has still gained quite a few positions in this Grand Prix. So he's gained one, whereas... So, Narms... no, he's not going to challenge. So, Alan definitely did the right thing because...
Nope.
Alan had less pressure, I think. That's why I thought it was the best decision to go for it the lap 21, and that's what Alan did because she'll be in less pressure then. So, and I think Narms just had a lot more pressure, and that's probably hindered him a little bit.
Yeah, it's a real shame, but right out to the last lap as well. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. That's actually a good point from Josh saying that stewarding might help because the 5 seconds, we've seen a lot of drivers get the 5 seconds. I think it's just because of that corner there at bus stop. So
I think they'll get removed.
Get a little bit of sympathy.
I think they'll get
either
removed.
way, they're still fighting for position. Narm's going into turn 16 of Stabilo as well.
Oh, Alan's made a mistake!
Well, Alan, wow. Well, that was close. But that could have ended quite badly. Maybe Narms might want to go for a little bit of an overtake here going into the bus stop chicane. Maybe he's thinking to get that penalty removed. Is he going to go for it anyway? Alan's going to defend the inside line. Narms is going to go to the outside line of the bus stop chicane. He's then going to have the inside line for the next corner. Ryan's going to win this race. But Alan does get ahead of Narms as they cross the line. And Alan is going to take second. Narms is going to take third. And that was a very good Grand Prix to watch there. I'm Death Row. He's going to finish in fourth, so again, a very good result from him.
Warden
and
fifth.
He's going to take 12 points from him, 12 points for him. Yeah, Warden's going to finish in fifth position, 10 points from him. From a little bit of front wing damage at the start of the Grand Prix. But there he goes. Across the line, and he's going to bring home... Oh, okay, he's going to take P5. I think we started a little bit too early there. But Butler's going to finish P6 as well. So good result there from Butler. Is that Matt is going to finish 7th. Bazooka, he's going to finish 8th. Poms the Willis, he comes to the last few corners. A little bit of a few incidences at the start for Poms, but he's going to bring home P9. Oh, no!
That was close. How did he end up finishing that? What?
Wow, well, that was a huge collision there. Laggy Person... He's going to bring home 10th. Another
join the AOR car park.
Come on straight. Oh, he's going to dodge it just about. And Icarus is still coming through Stabilo of turn 16. But yeah, that was a pretty good race there, Jess.
I enjoyed that. Spa definitely had its ups. A lot of ups, to be honest. And it was just amazing. But the stars of the show got to be between Alan and Narms. They were just insane. So... And obviously the 3 wide into Lecon, which decided pretty much the winner of that race for Ryan. So top 3 definitely shone today.
Yeah, definitely. As there we go, Icarus crosses the line for P12. But yeah, definitely a good Grand Prix. Spa living up to his normal standards there. A lot of slipstream fests going on. DRS overtakes. And of course, Ryan winning for some reason. But he takes home the win once again. Number 97, the Kiwi, brings home another win for Ferrari. And he's going to be on 300 points now through on round 13. So he's going for 400 points, it looks like there. And he doesn't get a penalty. Same with Deathbow, Laggy Person. They all don't get penalties. So good result from those guys. So yeah, Ryan brings home the win. Started second, finished first. Alan did get quite a bad start to to the Grand Prix, but he brought himself back up to P2, so good result from him. I'd definitely take P2 if I was him. Nams takes third, Deathmo takes fourth, Warden will bring home fifth, and he's French for some reason. Butler will take sixth, Matt will take seventh, Bazooka eighth, Pomps will win ninth, and that Laggy Purser in 10th. Concentrate 11th, Icarus 12th, and the people retiring would be Master Berserker, Kairos, and Top Banter. I think all of them were up Eau Rouge, apart from Top Banter, who crashed at Stavelo. So yeah, and that was a huge crash. All of them quite big crashes, to be fair, but yeah, still no safety car, unfortunately. But yeah, Jess, that was definitely a good Grand Prix, wasn't it?
Yep. That was great, and I'm looking forward to next week, which is Italy, which is the Temple of Speed. That's gonna bring some interesting situations. If we've seen what Spa is like, Italy is gonna be pretty darn amazing. So make sure you watch us next week for that.
Yeah, and times for the streams, Jess, because I never remember them.
Okay, so we've got 7 PM for PS4 top tier, 8 PM for PC top tier, as well as F2 and F3 for PC and PS4, and obviously the other non-stream tiers. And then we've got Xbox One top tier at 9 o'clock. I'm mad because I forgot the time, so don't ask me for that one. But so that is what you could expect if you want to watch all the other AOR streams in Belgium as well. And those are going to be a cracker, I'm sure. But the commentators are going to be in for a treat, and so will you guys as well. And and there's one more thing I've got to say before we wrap up the stream. I'm absolutely props to say this, but I wouldn't have done this. But we have someone that's actually commentating on his actual birthday, so props to you, Charlie, for commentating on his birthday. So say happy birthday to Charlie in the chat.
Thank you.
I wouldn't have done it.
I mean, I did say I can't. Oh, ignore. I didn't mean to invite you to a co-stream, but yeah, I mean, I can't miss Spa. That's it. And I love commentary, so I'd never miss that. So, I mean, thank you, Jess, and thank you for the wishes, if you do put some in the chat. So yeah, next week is the Italian Grand Prix for Spa, so the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. So we'll see you then.
Oh, God.
And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Jess, for joining me in the comment box, and we'll see you all next week for the Italian Grand Prix. Goodbye.